Last year, I did my very first report on the biggest flat earth channels on Facebook that I'm aware of. That means this year, I get to report on just how much each of them have grown. And of course, let's compare this to YouTube to see which platform is superior when it comes to getting the word out. Here we go. First, let's test the waters with an algorithm check. I'm just going to search the term flat earth and see what pops up on YouTube. First, let's notice the flat earth discrimination banner. Flat earth is an archaic and scientifically disproven conception. I'm not saying flat earth is a religion by any means, but it is definitely a part of many religions out there. It's right there in the Bible. Can you imagine that saying, "The Bible is an archaic and scientifically disproven conception"? Come on, you wouldn't do that with any religion out there. So why are they doing it with this? Just isolating that one thing. Second, we have some kind of flat earth ad that doesn't have any picture. I wonder who is sponsoring that one. Third is an anti-flat earth video. Jubilee's actually cool. Another ad. Blue Marble Geographics. I don't think that actually has anything to do with flat earth. Action Lab. 4D Ball. What does that have to do with flat earth? Debunking flat earth. Another anti-flat earth video. Answers in Genesis is another anti-flat earth channel. Flat earthers in turmoil. Yeah, I don't think so. A Joe Rogan anti-flat earth video. Okay, I think we're starting to see the pattern here, and most of this stuff is totally anti-flat earth. Now here's Facebook. Let's see if it's any different. The nice thing about Facebook is it's quite a bit more community oriented. But I'm specifically looking for people who make videos. First off, we'll notice that there are no flat earth discrimination banners, which is really welcoming. Second, I'm not seeing any crap that doesn't have anything to do with flat earth. And out of the first 4 videos, only one of them is an anti-flat earth video. I'm actually impressed that, scrolling through here, most of these videos are actually flat earth videos made by flat earthers. That's amazing. Alright, let's move on to the growth report. Here is the #1 biggest flat earth channel on Facebook that I have ever seen. Oliver Ibanez. On Facebook, Oliver has 1.2 million followers, which is over twice as many as he has on YouTube. That number hasn't changed since last year, but you shouldn't be surprised because in order for that number to change, that channel would have to grow by 100,000 followers. So give it some time. His channel is entirely in Spanish, but it turns out if you turn the subtitles on, it'll translate it for you into English. In second place, we have the channel NAOV, another Spanish channel. Last year they had 1 million followers. Since then they have gone up by 300,000 followers, bringing them up to 1.3 million, stealing first place from Oliver Ibanez. On YouTube, NAOV only has 251,000 followers. Yet they grew 300,000 followers in a single year on Facebook? What's up with that? Now here's the third biggest flat earth channel on Facebook that I've ever seen. World's Last Chance. Last year they had 700,000 followers, and since then, they have gone down by 10,000 followers. Exactly what happened there, I don't know. But 690,000 followers is still amazing. If that was on YouTube, he would be in second place over there. We'll keep an eye on him. Fourth place is really interesting. Their channel name is simply Flat Earth. Sadly, I was not aware of their channel last year, so this is a new discovery, which is kind of exciting in and of itself. So here is a clip from one of their videos.
The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it. And there is nothing hid from the heat thereof.
The Flat Earth channel currently has 628,000 followers. In 5th place, we have another new discovery, Tyler Hansen, with 626,000 followers. Here's a clip from one of his videos.
Today, I'm going to use that little line in the Guinness Book of World Records to tell you what you think you live on is a big ball of lies. You see, that line up there is the long distance photography record, and it stands at 275 miles. And I'm going to show you that that photography shot is an impossibility on this place where you think you live. This is that photography shot that I was talking about, and it was taken from a distance of 275 miles away from the furthest peak. And it shows a direct line of sight from the Pic des Fenestrelles in the Pyrenees Mountains to the Pic Gaspard in the Alps. And even though I don't know the elevation that they were standing on in the Pic des Fenestrelles, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they were standing on the very, very top. And I want to also show you that the very top of the Pic Gaspard is 12,740 feet. And you don't need to remember these numbers. I'm going to show them to you again. So again, if the man who took this picture was standing on the very top of the Pic des Fenestrelles at 9,272 feet, and we take that number and insert it into any Earth curvature calculator, what you will see is that there should be 16,446 feet of obscured object. And remember, I am giving them the benefit of the doubt, saying that they have the most advantageous height so you can see the furthest distance. And when we go back to the Pic Gaspard, we see that it is only 12,740 feet. So to make this abundantly clear, at an eyesight level of 9,272 feet, which would give us the highest vantage point and allow us to see the furthest possible distance, and we don't even know he was that tall, we wouldn't be able to see 16,000 feet because of the curvature. So again, we're here, we're standing 9,000 feet tall, and because of the curvature, the supposed curvature, we wouldn't be able to see something unless it was taller than 16,000 feet. And again, we see that that long distance photography over the course of 275 miles can see something that's only 12,000 feet tall. So how do you make sense of this?
In 6th place, we have yet another new discovery, Mike Ellis, with 125,000 followers.
It's a commonly held misconception that the Earth is a spherical object that revolves around the Sun. But the fact is, of course, that the Earth is a circular dish surrounded by a barrier of ice that explorers have been attempting to penetrate for centuries. 2,000 years ago, an Egyptian scholar by the name of Eratosthenes performed an experiment that he claimed proved the Earth to be a sphere. However, there are serious doubts about the accuracy of his data and his scientific procedures. Dr. Leo Ferrari explains.
Oh, the Eratosthenes experiment is an experiment supposedly conducted in the 1st century, whereby this ingenious person was supposed to have proved, I say that in quotes, that the Earth was a sphere of some 4,000 miles radius. Eratosthenes one day noticed that the sun was directly overhead in Syene, whereas he noticed that on the same day, at the same time, the sun made an angle of 7.2 degrees to the vertical at Alexandria, which was some 530 miles away. How did Eratosthenes in the 1st century say, know what the sun was doing on the same day in two places which are 530 miles apart? One can take all those same data, knowing that the Earth is flat. In one place you have the sun directly overhead, and at another place, at the same time, at 530 miles away, let us suppose that it does make an angle of 7.2 degrees to the vertical. Now we have a right-angled triangle, which it can be easily shown that the sun is some 4,000 miles up in the sky. These superficial, even, considerations show that it's impossible. The whole thing, it's a story, a fairy story made up and mindlessly repeated in textbooks.
Fortunately, not all scientific arguments are based on such questionable research. The Greek astronomer Ptolemy determined to everyone's satisfaction that the Earth is flat, circular, and the central body in the universe. His theory went unchallenged for 1,200 years. Not surprising, really. One need only look around.
Wow! Incredible!
7th place is a new discovery of a familiar face. Flat Earth Dave. On YouTube, he has 2 different Flat Earth channels. DITRH and the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. Yet he has more followers on Facebook than he does on either of those channels on YouTube, with 125,000 followers, which actually makes him tied for 6th place. In 8th place, we have the Founded Earth Brothers, who last year had 86,000 followers. Since then, they have gone up 36,000 followers and are now at 106,000 followers. Their YouTube channel is still bigger than their Facebook channel, but I think that's going to quickly change. 9th place is another new discovery, Flat Earth Reality, with 103,000 followers. Here's a clip from one of their videos.
Come here, I need to show you something. Today is March 26, 5:57 p.m. There is a flight from New York to Tashkent. This flight took off from New York and is above Iceland right now, and it's going to Tashkent. Here is New York with a ruler directly to Tashkent, completely level and straight. So New York, Tashkent. Why is this plane above Iceland? Why is this plane above Iceland from New York to Tashkent? And before anybody comes at me saying, oh, put the line on the globe, New York to Tashkent, still below Iceland. It is still flight pattern below Iceland on a globe. Straight line. It is so ridiculously easy to debunk the globe. Oh, that's why. Here's Iceland. There's New York. Oh, that's why. Completely straight flight on a flat Earth map, guys. Boom, boom.
In 10th place, we have yet another new discovery, the Flat Earth Library, with 92,000 followers. Here's a clip from one of their videos.
The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world, built to keep us under control.
No. I don't believe it.
Is it really so hard to believe?
It's impossible.
I didn't say it would be easy, Neo. I just said it would be the truth.
Stop.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Now here are ranks 11 through 20. If you're aware of any Flat Earth channels on Facebook that are not currently on my list, that should be on my list, please let me know about it. Thank you all for watching. This message has been brought to you by the Flat Earth Institute of Science, with a shout out to our Flat Earth friends at jdecals.com.